Cyrano, Loubret, the cadets, Christian de Nouvelette. A cadet, seated at a table, glass in hand. Cyrano. Cyrano turns round the story. Cyrano, in its time. He goes up on Loubret's arm. They talk in low voices. The cadet, rising and coming down the story of the fray. 'Twill lesson well, he stops before the table where Christian is seated, this timid young apprentice. Christian, raising his head. Prentice. Who? Another cadet, the sickly northern greenhorn. Christian, sickly. First cadet, mockingly. Hark! Monsieur de Nouvelette, this in your ear, there's somewhat here, one no more dares to name, than to say rope to one whose sire was hanged. Christian, what may that be? Another cadet, in a terrible voice. See here. He puts his finger 3 times, mysteriously, on his nose. Do you understand? Christian, oh. 'Tis the. Another, hush. Oh, never breathe that word, unless you'd reckon with him yonder. He points to Cyrano, who is talking with Loubret. Another, who has meanwhile come up noiselessly to sit on the table, whispering behind him. Hark! He put 2 snuffling men to death, in rage, for the sole reason they spoke through their nose. Another, in a hollow voice, darting on all 4s from under the table, where he had crept. And if you would not perish in flower, O youth, oh, mention not the fatal cartilage. Another, clapping him on the shoulder. A word? A gesture. For the indiscreet his handkerchief may prove his winding sheet. Silence. All, with crossed arms, look at Christian. He rises and goes over to Carbon de Castelgelou, who is talking to an officer, and feigns to see nothing. Christian, Captain. Carbon, turning and looking at him from head to foot. Sir. Christian, pray, what skills it best to do to southerners who swagger? Carbon, give them proof that one may be a northerner, yet brave. He turns his back on him. Christian, I thank you. First cadet, to Cyrano. Now the tale. All, the tale. Cyrano, coming toward them. The tale? All bring their stools up, and group round him, listening eagerly. Christian is astride a chair. Well, I went all alone to meet the band. The moon was shining, clock-like, full ith sky, when, suddenly, some careful clockwright passed a cloud of cotton wool across the case that held this silver watch. And, presto! Hey! The night was inky black, and all the keys were hidden in the murky dark. Gadsooks! One could see nothing further. Christian, than one's nose. Silence. All slowly rise, looking in terror at Cyrano, who has stopped, dumbfounded. Pause. Cyrano, who on God's earth is that? A cadet, whispering it is a man who joined today. Cyrano, making a step toward Christian today? Carbon, in a low voice. Yes, his name is the Baron de Nouvel. Cyrano, checking himself. Good. It is well. He turns pale, flushes, makes as if to fall on Christian. Eye. He controls himself. What said I? With a burst of rage. Mortius. Then continues calmly that it was dark. Astonishment. The cadets reseat themselves, staring at him. On I went, thinking, for a knavish cause I may provoke some great man, some great prince, who certainly could break. Christian, my nose. Everyone starts up. Christian balances on his chair. Cyrano, in a choked voice, my teeth. Who would break my teeth, and I, imprudent like, was poking. Christian, my nose. Cyrano, my finger out in the crack between the tree and bark. He may prove strong and wrap me. Christian, over the nose. Cyrano, wiping his forehead, oth knuckles. But I cried, forward, Gascon. Duty calls. On, Cyrano. And thus I ventured on. When, from the shadow, came Christian, a crack oth nose. Cyrano, I parry it, find myself. Christian, nose to nose. Cyrano, bounding onto him heaven and earth. All the Gascons leap up to see, but when he is close to Christian he controls himself and continues, bout with 100 brawling sots, who stank. Christian, a noseful. Cyrano, white, but smiling onions, brandy cups. I leapt out, head well down. Christian, nosing the wind. Cyrano, I charge, gore 2, impale 1, run him through, 1 aims at me, pf. And I parry. Christian, piff. Cyrano, bursting out, great God. Out. All of you. The cadets rush to the doors. First cadet, the tiger wakes. Cyrano, every man, out. Leave me alone with him. Second cadet, we shall find him minced fine, minced into hash and a big pasty. Regano, I am turning pale, and curl up, like a napkin, limp and white. Carbon, let us be gone. Another, he will not leave a crumb. Another, I die of fright to think what will pass here. Another, shutting door, write something too horrible. All have gone out by different doors, some by the staircase. Cyrano and Christian are face to face, looking at each other for a moment.